teach gunners. So I went to school down there. I had a very good commanding officer. After I was there, certainly at the time, we were teaching gunnery to the Air Force. So after a while, I got tired. I joined the Navy to see the world. So I went to I told my commanding officer, I said, I'd like to leave. He said, what do you mean? You crazy? I said, no, I'm not crazy, but I want to see the world. He said, Harold, you stay here, you'll be here the whole war. I said, that's not my intention. So finally it came in the bulletin board, they needed gunners mate in the amphibious corps. I didn't know what the amphibious corps was. A month later, I get the papers. They head to California. Well, I wanted to go home and leave. They said, no, you can't go home and leave because you gotta get to Oakland, California right away. Well, we went across, back in those days, you didn't have no air conditioning on the trains. It was all troop trains. No water half the time, sun all over you. So finally got to California and I reported in. Well, wait, I back up 1 minute. They told me I had to be there right away. So I said, well, why can't I go on vacation? Or get a vacation? Because I'm going to Detroit first, from Chicago to Detroit, then to California. No, you can't. So I get to California, I report in, they took my paperwork, they said, well, put me in a certain section for overnight, and he said, then we'll get you straightened out in the morning. So the next morning I reported down there, and he says, we're gonna put you in a shore patrol. See, a right arm great, you always ended up in the police end of it, guarding prisoners. I didn't realize we had so many Americans in the prisons. So I said, wait a minute, I said, I had to get here right away. He said, well, no, your ship's not even commissioned yet, it's in Norfolk, Virginia. Well, okay, so I was about 2 months. I got my papers to report down, Pier 9, I'll never forget Pier 9. So I'm walking along looking for LSM-140, I'm looking for a battleship, a destroyer. All of a sudden I come upon this thing, can't be the ship. Here's the landing ship. You know what a landing ship is? We could carry 5 tanks, a retriever, and 2 jeeps. What did I get into now? Where we're going to sleep. It's 206 feet long, open well deck. So he takes me, we go down this hatch. You eat here, you sleep there, you walk through a little aisle, you go to the kitchen, and get your food. What did I ever get into? So about 3 days later, we took off from Pearl Harbor. And I sailed on the lakes for 3 months, and I was sick all the time. As soon as I see the Golden Gate Bridge disappear in the fog, ship started this, I was sick for 11 days, all the way to Pearl Harbor. But you had to take ships. As soon as I got to Pearl Harbor, got it nice and calm, I felt good. So then while we were in Pearl Harbor, we started to, we ended up with working with the 4th Marine Tank Division. And we put all our, am I getting too far ahead here? We did all our mock invasions on Maui. So every day you go through the what you were gonna do when you ended up, we never knew where we were going. So we were there about a month, every day, load up, unload. Finally we got our orders to leave. Well, the next 37 days, we're punching a convoy, going across the ocean. We don't know where we're going. Every once in a while they say, there's a certain island over there. Well, finally we ended up at Guam. So all kinds of ships out there. So we anchored. We thought maybe we'd go ashore. Well, let's go ashore. We couldn't even see it moving. So the 3rd day we got our orders to leave. We didn't know where we were going yet. We had all our cargo, all the tanks, everything on our ship. You know, all of a sudden the convoy, we took off. The captain called us down the quarters. Laid out the map of Iwo Jima. This is where we're going to hit. What time? Everything else. He Now, this is gonna be a 3-day job. Because what happens, we've dropped bombs on that island for 97 days before we got there. The battleships moved in 3 days ahead of us. With the Marines, they go in and secure the island, the Army comes and clean up. Instead of 3, when we ended up hitting the first wave of the first wave of the Marines hit the beach first. Then we followed, that was at 9 o'clock. 9:15, we hit with the tanks. When we hit the beach, there was nothing to cover but solid bodies. We dropped the ramps to get rid of the, see, everything was done by time. That's why there's time, because when we go in, we drop our anchor, because we had to go high and dry. So, in case something happened, we could help pull ourselves off the beach. Well, we dropped this ramp, and I'll never forget this one poor guy. Here they're using our own men for foxholes, clawing under our own men. This one poor old fellow, or well, not old fellow, he wanted to get on our ship, get out with us. Well, the officer stood there with a gun because there'd been mutiny. I'll never forget it. As he walked off that bow again, that was the end of him. After that, it was our job to take the wounded out and bring in gas, 55-gallon drums, bombs, and everything else. We did that for 27 days. And a lot of these, we couldn't get a foothold in this island. We had what we called the Seabees. We called it the suicide squad. It had portable welders on their back. They'd have to go over this hill and try to weld those doors shut on these 20 millimeters coming on the side of the hills. But it would take at least 50 men that we get killed to try to get one of those welded shut. Because on each side they had a machine gun nest on each side. But they had to go across there and weld those doors shut. Well, we got hit a couple times on our ship, so then after that, all we did was carry in, take supplies in, and bring the wounded. A lot of them we buried right at sea. We take them out to the transport ship, they'd wrap them up in a hammock, put a weight in you, the American flag was there, and they shoot you. Because we couldn't do anything on land to bury them. Then we finally got a foothold, is just take bulldozers. Take them, throw you in there, and put stakes in them. You've probably seen some of the pictures of the cemeteries there. Now they're all taken out and brought back. So after 27 days, we couldn't go, we were supposed to go to Okinawa. But instead we were damaged so bad, they sent us to Pearl Harbor. Imagine, 37 days to go from one place to the other, going along 6, 7 knots, you know. So we got to Pearl Harbor, they couldn't take us. So then we ended up, they sent us to Napa, California to be repaired. Well, they had these big houseboats. It's like a hotel. That's where they put us for 37 days. Then, we loaded back up, not now with no troops, head all the way back over. We went all the way back here to the United States. Now we're headed all the way back. Never knowing where we're going again. Well, now when the war ended, we were headed into Japan. See, why we needed Iwo Jima, we needed the air base. We had to have that, regardless how many it cost. You heard how many was killed and how many captured. But everything was built in the hospital. Everything was underground. So when the war ended, we were on our way to Japan. That's when MacArthur dropped the bomb. So then it was our job, all the way back, we'd hit all these islands, every once in a while we'd just drop a bomb. Let them know the war was still going on. They didn't know it even ended. We'd take them in supplies, and they were all glad to see. I got pictures here of standing right alongside them. Oh, there they are right there. Well, I can't seen anybody so happy to see people, because they were isolated for years. So, that was that. This one was taken at Wake Island on our way back. So then, we worked our way all the way back to the United States. And, but one thing you learn, life meant nothing in a war. It's like you flip a coin up here. But going, one thing that really bothered me, we had one fellow, he was 57 years old. Some way he got mixed up in the draft. And that poor fellow, he was with us. We always called him Dad, because most of us were only maybe 18 to 25 years old. Our captain was only 32. And that night he just cried. They tried to get him out, but with the war going on, all this paperwork, there was no way they could get him back to say he had no business being with us. One thing I found, you gotta be young. I had a laugh at the Marines that lived with us. They were with us for 37 days with the tanks. They were all salties, you know. Oh, they're big shots, you know. We're all rookies. But when we hit the beach, they had the same look on their faces I had. But before that, big deal for them. But I'll never forget, we got a warning that the sirens went off, so we had to go down below. And I'll never forget, I called them underneath a tank. And after we got cleared again, I didn't have any fingernails left. I must have been trying to dig in that steel to get protection. So, I think that'll take care of, if you got any questions, anybody? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is when we came back to, Pearl Harbor. And we finally got out of leave. And this is my son, Robert. He got killed in Vietnam. This is my brother, Bill, which stands over here. He was in the Navy and he retired out of the Navy as a captain. So we had one in each war. But now the flag on Iwo Jima, I forgot to tell you that. We were on the beach when that first flag went up. And they took that flag down and put up the other one. The other one put history or something. But we were on the beach at the time. How they ever got up there to get that flag up there, I don't know. Because they had to go up there and killing them wasn't right. So is there any questions or anything somebody like that?
We'll do the questions at the very end. We'll do the questions after the documentary. We'll do the questions after the documentary. Because then I will give people a lot of reason to ask questions.
But that was my part of the history of Iwo Jima.